Hey my witches, I'm here today with something new that I'm calling it Magic Mondays, where I'm going to be talking about different stones, oils, herbs, different magical practices or magical books that inspire me, but generally talking about magic. I'm kind of reconfiguring what days I'm doing what things, but basically on Mondays I'm going to be talking about magical things. So I thought I would start off with crystals and talk to you about the different crystals in my collection, and a lot of them are pretty common ones that are inexpensive, easily obtainable. And I'm going to start with the darker crystals first, the black crystals. So this is a piece of jet. As you can see, it's just a black, not shiny, kind of a bit of a duller looking stone. Now, jet is actually not technically a stone. Jet is petrified wood. It's in a raw form, it looks a little more brownish, but when it's been polished like this, it's, it comes out a nice sort of black. However, you can kind of feel that it's different because it's a lot lighter than other stones, because it's not actually stone, it's wood. So jet's been used for a long time, been used for centuries, has all sorts of magical properties, mainly protection. Traditionally, a lot of witches wore, at least in the 20th century, a lot of witches have worn jet and amber together as sort of like a classic combination that witchy type people wear. So jet's really good for protection because it draws out negativity, it draws out worries, so it helps you to remain calm. It also protects you from negative entities, negative spiritual entities, and also against violence and illness traditionally. So it's a really good one to wear in jewelry, and traditionally it's set in silver. So it's really good for that. I have a piece on my altar. It just, to me, the black represents the feminine and also represents protection. So I keep it on my altar. But I was looking up some stuff about it, and then I saw, I was reminded about jewelry, and I was like, oh, it might be nice to get like a piece, to wear in a necklace or an earring or something. But that's the piece that I have there. It's like and like I said, it's a pretty inexpensive stone. It's a really good stone for protection. It also has an element to it where it opens you up to psychic abilities, but at the same time, keeping you grounded and protecting you. So it's associated with the root chakra or the earth chakra. So it's a very good stone for that. And it's something that, I think that having one of these kind of protective stones with you is a good idea. Other ones that I'm going to talk about are like black tourmaline. I have a piece of black jade. Another common one I don't have is onyx, and also obsidian are good ones. But generally speaking, black stones represent protection. They're all sort of slightly a little bit different, and I think that crystals do different things for different people. There's sort of these generally accepted things that they do, and I think that's the ones that are most common. However, sometimes you may find that you feel a certain way about a crystal, and then you look it up in a book and you're like, well, I feel this way about it. So always trust what it means to you. The books are a great reference, but what I like to do is when you go into a crystal store, look at what you're most attracted to, and then pick the pieces up. And different pieces can kind of feel different. Pick it up and hold it in your hand and see how it feels. Does it feel good? Does it feel grounded? Does it feel airy? Does it feel healing? Does it feel loving? Like, what does it feel like to you? And then go ahead and look it up. So you're often drawn to what you need most at the time, and sometimes you'll look it up and be like, oh, that's why I was attracted to it. That's why I felt this way about it. And other times you'll be like, well, I don't know about that, but it feels this way to me, and always go with what it means to you. So for me, jet I kind of see as a protective but also very feminine type stone, which is why it's on my altar representing sort of the feminine side of my altar, or the goddess side. So that's jet. It's a very interesting little stone. Like I said, you can pick it up probably almost anywhere in any crystal shop. Like I said, the raw looks a little more brownish or a little more like coal, and then the shiny looks more like just a flat kind of, or not the shiny, the tumbled stone looks a little flatter, like whereas obsidian is a lot shinier, and I think onyx looks a little shinier when it's been tumbled. So if you have any other thoughts about jet and how you use it and what it means to you, please put in the comments below, because we're all learning from each other, and I love, us sharing things. Or if you have any questions about it all, put it in the comments below, and like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all next time. Bye.